A kind heart finds its way home. Once upon a time, Cinderella lived in a house filled with love and laughter with her dear father. But tragedy struck when her father passed away, leaving her in the care of her cold stepmother. Lady Tremaine quickly changed the rules, moving Cinderella from her bedroom to the dusty, cold attic. Cinderella was no longer treated as a daughter, she became a servant in her own home. Every morning began before dawn, with Cinderella polishing silver and preparing heavy meals. Her stepsisters, Anastasia and Drusilla, spent their time demanding luxury and shouting orders. While the sisters wore silk and lace, Cinderella wore tattered grey rags covered in ash. They mockingly called her Cinderella because she often slept by the cinders to stay warm. Despite the cruelty, Cinderella found comfort in the small creatures that lived around the house. The mice in the walls became her closest confidants, sharing secrets and laughter. The birds in the garden sang melodies to cheer her up during her hardest chores. Her animal friends often helped her, sneaking her crumbs of bread or tidying her room. One sunny afternoon, a royal messenger arrived at the front door with a golden envelope. The king was hosting a grand ball to help Prince Kit find a bride. The house erupted in chaos as Anastasia and Drusilla screamed with excitement. They immediately ordered Cinderella to iron their gowns and style their hair perfectly. With a hopeful heart, Cinderella asked if she might be allowed to attend the ball too. Lady Tremaine gave a wicked smile, agreeing only if all chores were finished first. Cinderella worked tirelessly, scrubbing every inch of the house with renewed energy. She found an old dress that belonged to her mother and began to repair it. With the help of her mouse friends, she added beautiful ribbons and sparkling beads. Cinderella looked at her reflection, feeling a spark of joy she hadn't felt in years. As she stepped downstairs, the stepsisters noticed her beautiful, restored gown. Consumed by jealousy, Anastasia grabbed the lace and ripped it with a loud tear. Drusilla joined in, tearing the ribbons and shredding the dress into rags. Cinderella collapsed to the floor, sobbing as her only hope was destroyed. The sisters laughed cruelly and departed for the palace in their glittering carriage. Heartbroken, Cinderella ran to the garden and wept under the moonlight. Suddenly, the air began to shimmer with a mysterious, golden light. A burst of magic exploded, revealing the plump and kind fairy godmother. She told Cinderella that her kindness was a magic of its own and deserved a reward. With a flick of her wand and a bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, a pumpkin transformed into a carriage. The pumpkin became a glittering gold carriage, shining brighter than any jewel. 6 small mice were instantly transformed into majestic, powerful white horses. The fairy godmother waved her wand again, transforming a small rat into a dignified coachman in a fine coat. With one final spark, a tiny lizard was turned into a tall, proud footman to open the carriage door. The wand touched Cinderella's tattered grey dress, and in a flash of light, it became a gown made of starlight. The dress shimmered with thousands of tiny diamonds, making her look like a celestial princess. On her feet appeared the most delicate glass slippers, clear as water and stronger than steel. The fairy godmother gave a stern warning that the magic would only last until the clock struck midnight. At the 12th stroke of midnight, everything would return to exactly how it was before. Cinderella promised to be home in time and stepped into the golden carriage with a hopeful heart. The carriage raced toward the royal palace, the white horses galloping through the moonlit forest. As she arrived at the palace, the grand architecture and bright lights took her breath away. Cinderella entered the ballroom, and the music suddenly stopped as every eye turned toward her. Prince Kit stood frozen, completely captivated by the mysterious girl who radiated kindness. He ignored the noble ladies around him and walked straight towards Cinderella. The prince bowed elegantly and asked her for the first dance of the evening. As they danced, they discovered they shared the same dreams and a love for nature. For the first time in years, Cinderella felt she truly belonged somewhere in the world. She completely forgot about the chores, the ash, and the cruelty of her stepmother. Suddenly, the loud chime of the clock began to echo through the palace halls. Boom! The first stroke of midnight hit, and Cinderella gasped in sudden realization. She broke away from the prince's arms and began to run desperately toward the exit. Prince Kit called out to her, confused and desperate to know her name. As she sprinted down the grand palace stairs, one of her glass slippers slipped off. She didn't have time to stop and retrieve it. She leaped into her carriage just in time. The clock struck 12, and in a blink, the gold carriage turned back into a pumpkin. Her starlight gown vanished, replaced by the familiar, tattered grey rags of a servant. Cinderella sat in the dirt, holding only one single glass slipper as the only proof of her night. The next morning, the prince declared he would marry only the girl whose foot fit the slipper. The prince traveled to every house in the kingdom, searching for the mysterious maiden. When he reached Cinderella's home, Lady Tremaine locked Cinderella in the attic to hide her. Anastasia tried to shove her foot into the shoe, but it was far too small for her. Drizella tried to squeeze her heel in, almost breaking the glass in her desperation. Just as the prince was about to leave, a soft voice asked if she could try the slipper. Lady Tremaine screamed that she was just a kitchen maid, but the prince insisted she try. As Cinderella slid her foot into the slipper, it fit perfectly, proving she was the one. Cinderella forgave her stepfamily and married Prince Kit in a grand celebration, living happily ever after.